Problem 11. Two jars contain the same number of marbles, and every marble is either green or blue. Jar 1, the ratio of blue to green marbles is 9 to 1, and the ratio of blue to green marbles in jar 2 is 8 to 1. There are 95 marbles in all. How many more blue marbles are in jar 1 than in jar 2? So first of all, we have to utilize every piece of information given. In jar 1, it told us that the same number of marbles are present. So if I call this to be X marbles, then within jar 2 there are also X marbles. However, we also know the ratio. The ratio of blue marbles to green marbles, right, in the first jar is equal to 9 to 1. But we also know that the ratio of blue marbles in jar 2 to the ratio of green marbles in jar 2 is equal to 8 to 1. But we are also given that there's 95 green marbles in all, so which means the green marbles from jar 1 plus the green marbles from jar 2 is equal to 95. If we're given the ratio and the total number of marbles in each jar, then we can solve for the number of green marbles in each jar. So we know from this information that green 1, right, occupies what percentage of the total? It occupies 9 over 10, right? And for this one, in jar 2, it occupies 1 over 9. Right? Oh, sorry, it's green, so it's supposed to be 1 over 10. That's 1 over 9. Because the proportion of blue to B to G is 9 to 1. So that means G1 is equal to 9 over B1. And then you can do arithmetic to find out the ratio. Alright, so, or actually, no, this is 1 over 9, right? Because B over G. So B over G is 9 over 1. So G is actually 1 over 9b. And then you just sum it up and you can see that G1 is equal to 1 over 10. But beyond this, 1 over 10x, right, plus 1 over 9x gives 95. So we can solve for x. So 1 over 10x plus 1 over 9x is the same thing as 19 over 90x. And that is equal to a total number of green marbles, which is 95. So x is equal to 95 times 90 over 19, right? So what is that equal to? Well, we know that 95 and 19 gets eliminated into 5. So 5 times 90 is equal to 450. So that means there's a total of 450 marbles here and 450 marbles here. In that case, we can solve the question. How many more blue marbles are in jar 1 than in jar 2? The blue marble corresponds to 9 over 10 of 450. And in jar 2, it corresponds with 8 over 9 of 450. So what is that equal to? That is equal to 450 times 9 over 10 minus 8 over 9. So that must be equal to 450 times 90 in the denominator and 81 minus 80 in the numerator. So that means this is equal to 5, right? If that's equal to 5, that's our final answer. And so your final answer will be answer choice A.